Hello viewer, and welcome back to this show, our episode of Deeper Conversations. We continue our discussion with Bishop Agnes Muthoni, a very interesting and insightful show that discusses the journey of our children once they leave this country and when they land in the US and in the diaspora, and their journey in that land that most of us may not understand what happens there, but by God's grace, Bishop Agnes, who has been there, has walked the journey with her own children and with others, is here to shed light on a lot of what happens there, and even to share a lot of advice, good counsel that will help us even in decision making going forward. So karibu, Bishop Agnes.
Thank you.
So let's pick up the conversation from where we left. And we were talking about children who have potential. They have just finished their Form 4. They have big dreams. They want to be an engineer, a lawyer, a pilot, and sometimes it seems wiser to send them out, to give them exposure in the belief that they can also tap into opportunities that will help them realize their dreams. And in so many cases, this doesn't turn out to be. And things, you know, turn out the opposite. But now you're helping us understand why this would be. Also because these children, in many cases, are young after Form 4. We have just released them into a world that we ourselves have no clue what happens there. So let's pick up that conversation from there. So you were telling us about now a child at that age, 17, 18 or so, they're about 19, is still a young child.
Still a young child.
Yeah. So your advice would be that, you know, if they could stay longer, you know, just allow them to do their university here, because they get to grow up, they get to mature, they get to have a personality of their own, and the parent also and the society gets an opportunity to mold them. So now continue from there.
Oh yes, that is where we were, and thank you so much. And as I speak this, to me I have a heart of children.
Yes.
And I love education.
Yes.
So much. And I really thank God because my children went to school and they did so well. And that's why I feel like when I see a child and that child is having a potential in him or her,
Yes.
and now here he is or she is, he's getting lost, he's not pursuing the dream, I feel so bad in me. And this is where we are. And now my advice to the parents is, before you said your child, because you know your child,
Yes.
I know my child, what he or she can do, the kind, you know, when you are a parent, you know your child. I'm not saying that it's every child.
Yes.
You cannot go immediately after Form 4.
Yes,
because
different.
understand me, because sometimes you are not able to take that child to university, or you are not able to educate that child. It is okay, though you must be very careful before you send him or her there. Even if you are not able to educate him or her here, you must first of all know what he or she is going to do there. Where is he riding? Who will be monitoring that child? And sometimes are you able to sustain that child there? I'm not saying to go there is bad, but my advice, because I have been there for long, by the way I lived, I have a personal experience. I lived there before I came back for about 15 years. I came back, though even after those 15 years I've been going and coming back, so I still know what goes on. And I know right now, I know the culture there, and I know what goes on there. I know how these kids behave, and we have still some good students who go to school and they graduate. But the number, the large number are those who doesn't go to school. So my advice is, if possible, please, after Form 4, let that child go to college, even if it is not university. Let him or her mature and go there when he or she is mature enough. And I wanted to make this point. I'm not saying it is bad to go there. There, I think, there we have so many opportunities.
Yes.
When somebody is grown, we have so many opportunities, and it is good for you to take your child. But let me say this, America is not for everybody. America is not for everybody.
I like that.
Yes, because you know the thing that makes children to be deported, let me clear here, because when you go there with student visa, you have to be in school to be in status. If you don't go to school, you are out of status. So even if you work, the government is after you, because you are not supposed to be there. That's the first thing, because you are out of status. And so these kids, they stay there. They are like, anytime you can be deported. Anything can happen. Even if you work, you are working, they normally say chini ya maji. So still they are having that fear, and they are not able to handle this fear. You as a grown-up, you can do it.
You know how to survive.
You know how to survive. But these kids, they have this fear. And this fear, they end up by sometimes taking drugs, being alcoholic. You see? As long as you're working 2 jobs, you are driving a car. Sometimes I ask them, driving a good car and you have no future, it is not going to help you. Yes, you can work so hard and you drive a good car and you live in a good house and you don't have any future. That child, we are not helping that child. And there is this thing, when you are pursuing your dream and you get your dream, you live a happy life. So even if you get $1 and you are not living your dream, you are not unhappy. You are not a happy person.
You're managing a lifestyle.
Like me, you see, I lived there and I used to live a very good life. I owned my own house. My children are there. They did well so in school. But because I was not living my dream, because my dream is to preach, I had to come back. I liked America. I was able to, to acquire the education. I was able to raise my children, but I was not living my dream. So when your child is there and he or she is not living his or her dream, he will never be comfortable. He will end up by being involved with so many other things, because in him he is not satisfied. Even if you have $1, you are not satisfied. So many children who are there, they are not living their dreams. And the other thing, parents back here, these kids are struggling so much over there. And you who is here because you have never been there, you expect a lot from them.
Of course, yes.
Let me tell you, these kids, they are going through a lot. And because they want to make you happy, sometimes they said the little they have. But it is not because it is from them. But it is because you are a parent. So the moment your child is there and your child is going to school, your child is doing 2 jobs, please allow that child to help him or herself. Give them a space. I'm a parent and my children are there, and I'm speaking this one boldly because I know children there are struggling. They end up by working so hard
so that they can send back dollars.
You see, but the problem is they are not living their dream. And then, you know, outside there, still they are facing challenges. Nobody to encourage them. Racism is there as we spoke. You know, all these kind of things. So, so many of them, they don't live a happy life. And that's why I feel for them. And that's why I can advise our parents, before you send your child there, please
know where it is.
Know where it is. Know your child first. It is good to go there. I'm not saying it's bad.
Yeah.
But do the right thing at the right time. Do the right thing at the right time. The place is good. Opportunities are there.
Yeah.
But do the right thing at the right time. Let that child be.
I like, you know, the fact that you have painted a very clear picture. There are opportunities, but if you follow the right channel, you do the right thing at the right time, if you went there for school, because I think that has been one of the greatest misconceptions. I'll go on a student visa, and to be very honest, there are many who go because, and even parents, you know, in children and grown-ups alike, because of the belief that there is money there.
Yes.
And many just want the dollar.
Yeah.
They're just chasing after the dollar. So they believe when I get there, whether I got in through a student visa, whichever, as long as I got in, then now when I get in, I'll do what I need to do. But I like that clarification that if you went in through a student visa, you are supposed to complete the student visa. And once you're able to complete that, you know, your studies, then you are able to tap into the many opportunities.
That's
what you're saying. You're able to tap into the many opportunities available there. So it is just a matter of following up.
Yes.
And you know, following up the system as it should be, so that you can be able to capture the dollar that you actually went there for. I would want us to discuss, you know, something that has come up many times, and we only hear it. Because there is, as we said, the culture here, the culture there are very different.
Sure.
And we have seen scenarios where our young men go, get into relationships, and in the process, we've had many of them getting into trouble because they simply maybe slapped a woman, or you know, because for Kenya that might not be a big deal, or where somebody gets your child and you will decide whether or not to take care of the child. It is not really a big deal. But we have heard of instances where our young men have gotten caught up in situations where in the US it is, you don't escape those kind of responsibilities. You do not walk away quietly like you can do here.
You can't.
Please talk to us about it.
Please. Yes, this thing is killing our children there.
Yeah.
Our young men.
Yes.
Let me talk now to the young men. Because when they get there, they get into relationships. It's okay. Because when you get like 25, you have to look for a relationship, right?
Of course, yes.
But some of them, they don't know about the system there. Back in America, let me say this. The system, you cannot, there is no way you can learn away from the system. It will catch up with you. And in America, wacha niseme hivi, watoto na women, they are so much protected. So much protected.
Hiyo ni mali ya serikali.
Hiyo ni mali ya serikali. Hata mtoto akiwa wako, he or she can be taken away.
Oh, wow.
Yes. They can be taken away.
Yeah.
If you ignore them, like mtoto underage, you leave them in the house, and then your neighbor knows that those kids and their age, they are there. They will call 911 immediately. After 2 minutes, they are there, and they get the children. And then it is start to be a case. To get them back, it's hard. The same case, if you're a young person, you slap somebody, I am telling you, you are not going to escape. You will go to jail. And after jail, na wakati mwingine huna makaratasi, you will get deported. You will serve the jail term, okay?
Oh, wow.
And then after jail term, you get deported.
Hiyo mlango ikafungika.
Hiyo mlango imefungika. You see?
Oh, wow.
Now, it is good for our young people, when you go there, know the culture. Yeah, know the culture.
Know where it is you're going.
Yeah, know and wale unarelate na wao, the relationship you are, you know, you are getting involved too. Because I'm telling you, even those young girls or young men who goes there, when you know, some of them, they take advantage.
Yes.
Even the young men, they take advantage. Young girls, they take advantage. What do I mean? If somebody wants to put you into a problem, they can even provoke you. And you will get into a problem. So my young people, I'm talking to you, young people. In America, when you get provoked, run away. Run away.
Keep cool and run.
Keep cool and run.
It is not like here where
and when that thing goes to the system, even to get a job there, it is hard. Because when the moment you get into or upate na jambo kama hiyo, uchukuliwe na police, upelekwe kotini, it goes to the system. Everywhere you go to look for a job, it always come out.
Na sio kama hapa I can go and talk to somebody aitoe.
Where?
On the side.
It's not like here. Is it corruption there? I don't know, pengine iko huko juu, but here
it is not the way you know.
No, it's not there.
Like here where you can go talk to some officer your stories.
There, one thing, there is this thing we call social security number. Your social security number is you, and you can be located anywhere you are. You cannot hide. Okay? You can't hide. Your social security, you be like, if they want you, they will find you. They will find you. They will get you where you are sleeping. Okay? So, our young people, please, those who are there and those who are planning to go, you better be careful. And if you read it there the other day, I'm advising you, take time to know the culture. Take time to know whom you are relating with and whom you are working with. Know that this is your life. Because some people, they get into problem because they don't know. You get there and then
you are in a situation.
You are in a situation. And this one, it can cripple you throughout your life. And some of them, they end up by coming back with nothing. Because when you mess up, you cannot work. You can only like work those jobs. They cannot even help you. So they better be careful. And so there are so many things that happens to our young generation over there. And let me talk like this. You are a young person, you go there, you joke with a girl and girl get a baby. Wherever you go, unless you come back to Kenya, ata kama umtaki, you will raise that child. Even if it is happening here, there it's more. You will, it's like that lady, you'll be like an ATM to that lady. Okay? And some girls, they can even have, let me talk this in camera, because it is true.
It is true. It is
to some girls, it is a business. They can get a child with you, with another one, and another one.
So those are 3 ATMs.
Yeah, so that girl will never work. And our young men, they don't know this. So the small job you get, you know, the money, you know, and there is nothing you can do. If you don't give that upkeep, they will come for you.
They find you exactly where you are.
Yeah. And then go have to with the different mothers. Where are you? And you are 22. You are 22, 23. You are right.
So now you actually, if for example you went there for school, now you have this problem of raising 2 children who came, you know, somebody strategically placed you in a situation. Because now then, that means I have to focus on making the money. Otherwise, then I go to jail or it becomes a complicated case. So now, and I see the situation.
You see the situation? So some people, they end up by, you know what am I doing here? You come back here. And I know some who are back here. You know what they are doing? When you come back here, you are so frustrated.
Of course, yes.
Some of them, you go into drugs. You do funny things. Sometimes you have been there for some time. You are not fitting here. You know, your life
and
is...
the expectations and people telling you,
yeah,
you know, the guilt.
Yeah, the guilt there. You have been in America, and then you are back here, and you are not able to tell them what happened. Some of them, they don't even understand. Some of them, they don't even say why. They are like, okay, I'm tired. But they know what went wrong.
And for them, it's also a shock, because it also happened to them, you know, before they knew this is how things happen here. They have been caught up in a situation. They are embarrassed, of course. They don't know what to do, what to say.
Yes.
So it becomes a very murky situation. They escape into, you know, drugs. So anyway, as we wind up, Bishop Agnes, just briefly, some form of advice, and also share your contacts of where somebody can reach you.
So as I said, my advice to the parents, please, your child is a gift.
Yes.
And a child is always a child.
Yes.
Think about that child. Think ahead. Because if you don't think ahead, sometimes this child is just thinking about now. And so unless shinda ni kubwa sana, lea mtoto wako, let him or her do the first degree, and then send him or her there, because at the age of 20, 21, 22, that's a grown up. So my advice to the parents, please keep your child here. If you are not going with that child, or if you are not there, keep your child. Let your child go to school here. And then after the first degree, let them go over there.
Now they can go.
Yeah, and even that time before they go there, seek an advice.
Yeah.
Talk to somebody who have been there, and they will be able to tell you what goes on there. You'll be able to speak to your child, and he or she will be ready when he is getting there. He'll be ready what to expect after that. And so, to me, my advice is think about your child.
Walk the journey.
Walk the journey
with your child.
With your child.
Yeah, it's not as easy as we imagine it is, that you can just, you know,
don't decide your child there because it's a place of opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep tabs.
Yeah.
Keep tabs with the child. Know what is happening. Guide them. You know, be very present in every way possible, even if not physically, but, you know, be present in their lives. Call. Connect with them. Let them know that they can always reach out to you in case anything happens, and be so close and keep the communication so open that you can be able to walk that journey until they can be able now to stand on their own two feet.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
Awesome.
And so that's where I am. And that's my advice. I know so much about there. I interacted with them.
Thank you.
And I feel for them. And even those who makes it, they barely make it.
It is a journey.
It is not easy.
It is not easy.
And so my viewers, what I can tell you, please think about your children. Money is not everything.
Thank you.
Yes.
Your contact.
Thank you so much. My contact is 0725 934 988. And I have a church in Thika. That's where I minister. Immediately I relocated from US. That's where I have been. And I have been enjoying to be here. You know, some people, they are like, wow,
why are you going back?
Why?
What are you going back to do?
Yeah, it is because
Kenya?
I want to live my dream. And my dream is to preach the gospel. And I have been preaching. And I feel very much okay. I normally go and come back. And so that's my contact.
Repeat it again, ma'am.
My contact is 0725 934 988. Yes.
And your ministry is based in Thika?
It is based in Thika.
So anybody who would want to reach you can reach you on WhatsApp, on call, or message, and you can direct them to where you are. Thank you so much.
I'm in Thika. That's where my church is.
Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I've enjoyed the show. Thank you for so much information. And thank you for allowing yourself to be used by God And you know, even to share information, to guide. I'm sure there are so many who are still being helped and continue to be helped by your availability. Yes. And we thank God for bringing you back and grounding you and settling you and causing you to flourish in this land. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And that has been our show. Bishop Agnes, it has been a wonderful show. I'm sure we'll do this again. We have hardly scratched the surface of this information. And so viewer, in case you need to reach out to her, that is her contact. And we look forward to yet another episode of Deeper Conversation. For now, thank you for being with us. Adios. And it's a goodbye from us.